Last week's OSRL Cup Series at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California delivered another round of high-octane excitement. Dylan Clark dominated the competition, leading most laps and clinching a commanding victory with an impressive 8-second margin over the rest of the competition. Carson Burrows secured yet another strong finish, coming in second place for the second week in a row. With 7 lead changes and 4 caution periods keeping drivers on their toes, every moment was action-packed. Stay tuned for more adrenaline-fueled action in the OSRL Cup Series. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway, circa 2008, featuring a quad oval design that provided thrilling racing action for fans and challenges for drivers. This 1.54-mile track boasted a unique layout with 4 distinct turns, each with its own characteristics. With 24 degrees of banking in the corners, there are high speeds and multiple racing lines. One notable feature of the old Atlanta Motor Speedway layout was its abrasive and aging surface, where tire management will be a priority. Format for the OSRL Cup Series is as follows. The drivers are currently running a 2-lap solo qualifying session to determine the grid for our 100-lap, 150-mile race. We will have a stage point awarded for the top 10 at the completion of lap 40, and just like NASCAR, a caution will be thrown. The inaugural season of the OSRL Cup Series rolls on, live on the Automotive Sports Network, with Victor Vallee in the production truck and Cody Erdmann next to me in the commentary box. My name is Ethan Halsey, as we welcome you to the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia, and the Van Lilleys 150. Van Lille Stickers has all your planning and budgeting sticker needs covered. Come visit our Etsy shop, Van Lille Stickers. Let's bring Cody Erdmann on in here. Well, Cody, last week we saw quite the race with loads of passing and multiple racing lines on a relatively slick racetrack. What do you expect to see the racing tonight to look like?
Yeah, it should be interesting. We should see multiple lanes like we did, but although just on a 1.5 mile instead of a 2-mile track. So, and like you said in your intro there, tire wear is going to be key. This track really eats up the tires with this 08 configuration that we got. So, just managing your tires, see if you make it to the halfway break, and then it's going to be game on for the rest of it.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how the cars are on this track. You know, the next gens have only ever really run the Super Speedway configuration, so it's definitely going to be interesting tonight to see how these cars are going to look on this old 2008 circuit.
Yeah, I'd imagine we're going to see them all over the circuit from top to bottom. Seeing how the new iRacing oval model has been working this year for 2024, it seems like the track's really widening out over the runs. Just kind of the knowledge I have from my Monday series. So with that being said, like I said, you're going to see cars from top to bottom, especially the longer the run. We're probably going to see them progressively slide up the racetrack a little bit, trying to find more the cooler parts of the track and the less rubbered up spots.
Absolutely. Grip is going to be key tonight. You know, as we said in the intro here, this is a very abrasive racetrack. This 2008 surface, it's really been around since about 1997. They just happened to scan it around 2008. And this track is horrible on tires. These runs will very quickly devolve into who is going to have the best tire management throughout the course of a run here, because I feel like it's not going to take too long before drivers start looking for those clean spots on the track.
Yeah, as we're seeing a couple drivers practice pit entry there, this is one of the more difficult pit road entries. It's got a really abrupt coming off the banking and the little bit of a runoff to the entry line is super short. So you really got to be slowing up almost on the banking, and then there you got to make sure you're not going to get ran over in traffic, because we're about 15 seconds away from qualifying here.
Yes, we are almost time for qualifying here. Looks like, looking at practice times, Dylan Clark, just like he did last week, is once again at the top of the charts in practice with a 30.671. He's about a tenth or so faster than Tyler Merritt in the 38 car. So it looks like a pretty tight field here. A lot of cars here, at least I would say the top 10 or 11 or so, separated by only about 0.2 so far in practice. So it looks like it's going to be quite a tight show.
Yeah, we get the top 13 separated by 0.2 here. Yeah, but like we've seen before, qualifying isn't always what it's cracked up to be, especially with these tire wear races where everyone's going to manage their stuff. But being out front's the best way to save tires because then you don't have to worry about really battling the cars around you and pushing your tires. So, as we see a couple of drivers coming out here for qualifying.
Absolutely. Looks like right now we're following on with the 37 car. That's going to be Kyle St. Jean in the 37 Ford. I believe this is his first race with the OSRL Cup Series, so interesting to see how he's going to look tonight as he heads here into turn 3, getting ready to warm up. As you can see, riding that high lane there, trying to really get the most grip he can coming into the start-finish line so he can hopefully get as much momentum down that front stretch.
Yeah, he's just going to wind it up, kind of like how drivers do at Daytona, but then they'll run their normal qualifying line here. He's going to run higher again, so he's probably going to wind it up completely and then run his money lap on the second one.
Yeah, it's honestly a smart thing to do here. Just get the tires warmed up, as warmed up as possible. Usually that first lap isn't usually the fastest one you run. Usually once you get that second lap, tires really get rubbered in, and then all of a sudden you feel like a rocket ship going around this track. So let's see what he runs here, running that high line. I'd be curious to see what his time looks like.
A couple cars.
That's coming in a 30.979 here. So a pretty solid lap for him. Looks like he's staying on the high side, curiously enough.
I wonder if that car's just sticking a little bit better where he can run it wide open all the way up there.
And look at this, Dylan Clark, fastest lap, 30.992. He goes to pole. Let's see if he can defend it. He was pole last week as well, won from the pole as well, and the stage. See if he can get the pole position again, although Tyler Rush not too far behind with a 30.962.
Kyle St. Jean back up to the top of the board with a 30.7.
That's that money lap we were talking about.
And Clark does get him there with a 7.78.
Dylan Clark back up front yet again, about 6 thousandths of a second there separating the two of them. And you look at overall the pace here, a lot of people all right in that general upper 30-second bracket. You don't see a whole lot of 31s. Looks like it's not too far of a spread with this field. This might be a very competitive race.
No, we got our top two in points with Tyler Rush and Carson Burrows, 5th and 6th. Although Burrows is our point leader at the moment, but with Tyler being right there, that's going to be key for both of them getting stage points and see what happens on the rest of the race.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure Tyler Rush, he ran up front at periods last week. Same thing with Carson Burrows. They really both did. But if you remember, Carson Burrows, he had a middling qualifying run last week and still ended up with a very solid finish. He's one of those, it seems like he doesn't have the raw qualifying pace, but when he gets out on that racetrack, he knows how to slice and dice that field and really crawl his way up to the field.
Yeah, there's some drivers that just it's a little bit harder to hit that qualifying lap, trying to get every millisecond out of it, but just being able to run laps consistently and not wear out those tires, that's the key for good race pace.
Absolutely. As we're scrolling throughout the field, finding some cars on track. Here we have Sean Lanning in the 8 car running his qualifying lap. This is his first qualifying lap. He's going to be coming to lap 2 here. It looks like on my timing and scoring, I don't see any time for him here, so I'm not sure if he... Looks like he might have hit the wall a little bit there. I might have invalidated it.
Yes, we got only a couple cars that have not taken time yet. We have 20 here that show up to race, and we have 16 times so far.
Interesting to see here the kind of strategy. I know a lot of, you see a lot of drivers sometimes they'll intentionally kind of take some starts at the back, kind of figure out where the rest of the field's pace is, maybe try to gain some points. Sean Lanning here up to 12th with a 31.081. Solid lap for him, puts him squarely in the middle of the field.
Yeah, we had some really close lap times here throughout the whole field.
Yeah, we really do.
Whole field's within a half a second.
Yeah, it's a tight looking field here. And again, a track like this, again, with that raw pace, everyone's going to be pretty similar. Where you're really going to find that pace, it seems like, is going to be over that long run. The better tire management you are, you're going to start seeing that those gaps start to form.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a gap up front. A driver's just pushing it right off the start, and then you'll probably see another group that's just going to play tire conservation mode in the beginning, let everyone else wear out their tires, and then you're going to see the kind of the merge of the two come together, but halfway through the run.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at our starting grid here for the race here at Atlanta. Qualifying on pole, Dylan Clark on pole for the second week in a row. Alongside him in row 1 will be Kyle St. John. In row 2, Tyler Merritt alongside Deegan Yerkidez. In row 3, Fozzie Fazillo and Chi Kuba. In row 4 is occupied by Tyler Rush and Carson Burrows. In row 5, Bruce Silva and Gunther Gretzinger. Row 6 is made up with Luna Mangild and Sean Lanning. In row 7, you have Wesley Woods and Jeffrey Seymour. Row 8, Drew Gonzalez and Vincent Sowers. In row 9, Ian Knickerbocker and Austin Diltz. And rounding out your field, Brianna Lavin and Morgan Smith. Those back three there, Diltz, Lavin, and Smith, all did not take time. So an interesting strategy for them. It looks like just trying to play it as cautious as possible, sticking around the back of the field, hoping that some chaos ensues in front of them. We don't. Thankfully for the drivers, there are 5 sets of tires at their disposal, which at this racetrack is absolutely needed. I'm sure you would agree there, Cody.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna keep track of your tires. Make sure you don't burn up every single set before the end. You almost want to always save that one set for just in case if we have a green and white checker.
All right, here we go. The field is rolling here as we have a full pace lap around this 1.5-mile oval. Beautiful view from the pace car looking at our pole sitter there, Dylan Clark. We'll see if he's able to put on the same show he did last week. I know he put on a really dominating performance, had a little bit of an issue there middle of stage 1 or so, but was able to come all the way back to win the stage and never looked back after that. We'll see if he's got that kind of pace again to be able to put on that kind of show.
Yeah, obviously he's shown he's got speed again with sitting on the pole, so let's see if he can hit the Grand Slam once again with having the stage win and the final overall win.
That is back-to-back poles from the driver from Washington State. That is the first driver in the OSRL Cup Series to do so in our third race here. He is our first repeat pole sitter. We'll see if he can become our first repeat winner as well tonight.
As we're coming through 3 and 4 here.
Coming out of turn 4 just about. Pace car is about ready to pull off, and we are about ready to get going here tonight as the OSRL Cup Series rolls into Atlanta Motor Speedway, and the green flag is out. We are racing at Atlanta. Great looking start here for Dylan Clark. He's going to clear Kyle St. John going into turn 1. No issues there so far. Field looks like it's getting single file. Have a little too wide further back in the pack with some other drivers.
Ooh, car around in the back.
Oh, it looks like we have a crash in the back. Oh my goodness, multiple cars involved. Sean Lanning involved. Jeffrey Seymour and the 9 cars involved. The caution has come out and we didn't even complete a lap there.
No, it just looked like a little bit of the case of the cold tires, unfortunately. Lanning just got it a little bit squirrely off the corner just with those cold tires, and unfortunately came around right in the middle of the field.
Go back and see if we can get a look at this, get a better look and at what happened there. All right, here we go. We're going to fast forward a little bit. Let's take a look and see what happened here, Cody. Oh, Sean Lanning looks like might have gotten loose out of turn 2, maybe overcorrected with a car to his inside, it looks like.
Yeah, just these cars with the cold tires, you definitely gotta take it easy on that first lap. It's with these. You think with these baked tires, they'd have like all the grip, but when they're cold, it's like an ice skating rink for the
Oh
first
man,
lap.
a second hit there for Jeffrey Seymour, trying to turn the car around, hit the inside wall.
Yeah, and definitely not the way these two drivers want to start off their night. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank goodness for those fast repairs. Those two will get a nice fast repair, get right back out on track as if nothing ever happened.
And that's the joys of sim racing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure for in the real life racing, you crash like that on lap 1, it's quite a frustrating night as you have to essentially sit there and watch everybody else drive around you. But yeah, with sim racing, we don't have to worry about real life parts or real life money. We can just fix our cars and just have it magically appear normal again.
So now the $1 million question: will we see drivers pit? Probably not. Let's see.
Probably not, but maybe there's one or two brave souls that say, you know what, give me another fresh set of tires.
Is Sean
Might have
Lanning
one car on pit road. Sean Lanning in the 8 car coming down, likely to fix his repairs there. I would think at that point you probably do take tires there. I mean, you're on pit road to get repairs anyway. Might as well get another fresh set of rubber on, especially after a spin. You don't want to have too many bald spots on your tires.
Yeah, and the 5 sets for these 100 laps is definitely enough. I don't think we'll burn through that many, but you never know.
The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be taking 1 to green here. Dylan Clark still on the inside here of Kyle St. John once again. So as we come to the green flag here, we have Dylan Clark, Kyle St. John on the front row. In third, you have Deegan Urquidez, Fozzie Fazillo in fourth, Carson Burrows in fifth, Chi Kuba sixth, Tyler Rush in seventh, Gunther Gretzinger in eighth, Bruce Silva ninth, and rounding out your top 10, Luna Mangold.
Yeah, and something happened there to Tyler Merritt on that initial start. He slid all the way back to 11th from off like starting third. So
That's
I don't know if he just missed the shift
third.
or something. Yeah, he just like hung a left on the start there and got out of everyone's way. So not sure if that was a strategy plan or like just missed a shift. So we'll see what he does here.
Especially on these starts. Sometimes, depending on the shift you use, sometimes when you get into gear, sometimes it doesn't take, or you have a lot of issues like that. It very well could have been possible. Here we go. Pace car will be coming back down pit road as we get into the Geico restart zone. And green flag is back in the air once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Take 2 on our restart here. Dylan Clark off to a fantastic start once again. And Deegan Urquidez right down the inside. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Looks like Kyle St. John's going to come back around on the outside and take second place right back. Very loose on the exit there. He almost spun it around. He's still loose, and he crashes into the outside wall. Fozzie Fazillo, Tyler Rush involved. I think that might have been the 69 there of Luna Mangold as well getting damage. Sean Lanning involved. My goodness, he was spinning all the way down that backstretch, it seemed there, Cody.
Yeah, it just got that tank slapper going down the back straightaway, and unfortunately wasn't able to save it.
Oh my goodness, let's see if we can get a replay of that one. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's spinning again. Oh, must have some damage there, possibly a toe link broken on that 37 car. As you can see, here he comes to pit road, getting that damage fixed. My goodness, started on the outside pole. Not a way you want to start a race, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's see if we can get a replay. So right here, he's going to be on the outside here. You're going to have Deegan Urquidez in the 23 down to his inside. He's going to get a big run here, it looks like on the outside, and I don't know if he drove it in too deep on those cold tires, but all of a sudden he started fishtailing down the whole backstretch.
Yeah, you saw he got really crossed up there, and then just once it got unsettled, it just wouldn't settle back down, unfortunately.
Yeah, just nowhere for the 88 of Fozzie Fazillo or the 27 of Tyler Rush to go. Just unfortunate victims in that one. Here we go. Pit car will be coming back down pit road. We'll be taking 1 to green here. Dylan Clark off to a fantastic start once again. And Deegan Urquidez right down the inside of Kyle St. John. few other cars involved as well. I saw the 69 of Luna Mango get involved. Like the 8 of Sean Lanning with damage on that one as well. Quite a few cars involved in that incident. Looks like this is 66 of Vincent Sowers as well with damage.
Yeah, I think the worst one for that would be Tyler Rush being P2 in points. It's definitely not how he wanted his night to start out.
Absolutely. It's just, God, there's nothing more painful than, you know, kind of racing there, especially in like top 5, just nowhere to go. There's no worse feeling than a crash happening in front of you. You just know there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've definitely had that snake bite one too many times. Especially I had a stretch in my league on Mondays, and I went up the entire month of April without finishing a race, and like 3 of them were not my fault. So definitely not the way you want your season to start off.
Here comes Tyler Rush down pit road, getting that damage fixed. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe only a little bit of damage on the rear there. I think he got rear-ended at some point during that transaction. But being for the fact that he looked like he slammed pretty close into Fonzie Fazilla there, pretty light damage for his car. As you can see, there he goes, getting his fast repair. Like I said, thank goodness for those tonight.
Yeah, his car didn't look as bad for coming into the wreck as quickly as he was. And then there's some cars that they just rip bumpers off.
Absolutely. Double file down the back stretch. Lights are off on the pace car. Looks like we're ready to get back racing for take 3 on our initial start here of this race. So far, we are on here lap 8 of 100, and so far we have not completed a green flag lap yet. Hopefully, they always say third time's a charm, so hopefully this restart will be the one where we can make it around.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get these drivers to calm down just a hair.
And that crash has brought some new faces up to the front. Gunther Gretzinger's moved up quite a few spots. Tyler Merritt is back in the top 10. June Gonzalez and Ian Knickerbocker qualified 17th, currently running 9th. How about that? As green flag is back out again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh my goodness, Ian Knickerbocker looking slow right there. Must have had a miss shift or something. Held up that entire inside line.
Yeah, really odd start there. But now everyone's nice and spread out. Maybe we'll get some green flag racing here.
Absolutely. Looks like we're side by side for the lead. It's Carson Burrows in the 12 car, your points leader, going for the lead on Dylan Clark. Down to the inside, and he clears. New leader, the number 12 of Carson Burrows.
As Burrows was able just to kind of capitalize on Clark sleeping there a little bit. Now we're going to see who can set the pace and keep the tires underneath him.
Absolutely here. You got a few cars already experimenting with the high side. Oh, trouble! Gunther Gretzinger saves it. Looked like he might have gotten a tap there. I think that might have been the 06. Chikuba got into him a little bit off of turn 2. Great save by that 22 car to not spin out and cause our 4th caution of the day. Excuse me, 3rd.
As we've seen cars already up all the way to the wall already. One of the drivers is Tyler Merritt. He's running like the 3rd line.
He is here. Look at this run. He's going to get on the outside, going around that 06 of Chikuba into the wall a little bit there, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely a really late move there. Merritt, after the odd initial start of the race, he's starting to come to the front here now.
Yeah, look at him go. That run on the outside, he's continuing. He's going to be side by side here with Deegan Urquidez in the 23 for 3rd place. And had that rough start there on that initial restart, but he is crawling his way back up to the front here, already back up to 3rd.
Yeah, and he set the fastest lap so far with a 30.8. And the next closest car is Carson with a 31 flat, so a 10th and a half faster than the whole field right now.
That high line appears to be working. Here we go. We got a side-by-side battle here between the 27 of Tyler Rush and the 11 of Wesley Woods. That's going to be a battle for the 11th spot on track. Look at this. Dylan Clark coming back up to the front, looking to the inside. Looks like Burrows is going to hold on for the time being. We'll see if Clark gets any kind of run here to turn 3. Burrows going to follow him down there. Again, a lot of talk in the NASCAR industry at the moment about aero blocking. It's certainly prevalent. Looks like Carson Burrows trying to take Dylan Clark's line away here, trying to prevent him from getting out on the inside. But here he goes. Possible. He's going to muscle his way in. Sorry to step on you, Cody. He's muscling his way in. Let's see if he's got anything here. Oh, not quite.
Yeah, the top three all ran the same exact lap time there, that last lap. Now Merritt's really starting to reel him in this lap, though.
Yeah, Tyler Merritt is right there with these two leaders. See if he has anything to say about it. Now, if you're Dylan Clark, do you focus on going for the lead, or do you try to keep yourself in second with that 38 breathing down your neck?
As 12 opens up the door on the bottom here, let's see if Clark can make the bottom work.
Let's see, I think he's going to make it stick here. They're going to be side by side on the backstretch, but once again, that outside line, that momentum that you get on corner exit, once again, just proves too much. Got a lap car Sean landing here as everyone else goes around cleanly, but that lap car, I think, caught those leaders there by surprise. Dylan Clark has lost quite a bit of time here to Carson Burrows. He's going to have to make it up now.
Yeah, they all kind of ran a weird line into 3. Now we're seeing the 38 turn around that top lane again.
Okay, here he goes. He has made his living up there tonight with that high line. That's really been his bread and butter. Now it looks like he's going to go down to the inside of Dylan Clark. Let's see if he can hang on to that spot. Look at him make that thing stick. Let's see if Dylan Clark can get that run on the outside. Man, they're looking close. I think Clark's going to get a bit of a run here on the outside, and it looks like he will clear. My goodness, that was very close to a door rub there in turn 3.
Yeah, real close door-to-door action here. Let's see if he can set him up again. Off of turn 2, let's see if he gets that run. Ooh, almost in the wall there.
In the wall there a little bit.
Definitely one thing you'll learn with drivers over the race is kind of what they're going to do. And if you know they're going to start squeezing you up there, it's probably smarter just to back out of it.
Absolutely. Look at this run. He is all over the back bumper at Dylan Clark right now. Dylan can hardly focus on Carson Burrows in the 12 with all this pressure he's getting from that 38. Out of it. This 38 looks quick. He might have something for the leader here if this keeps up.
Yeah, these top 3 are battling super hard here. And they're still some of the fastest cars on track with this battling. Clark looking on the inside of Burrows here. Getting a little bit looser.
Big loose on the exit of turn 4. That's going to not only lose his chance at the lead, that's going to lose his second place position as well. He drops back to 3rd. A great break there for Tyler Merritt. Look at him ride that wall very close in top of turn 1. Absolutely. I mean, looking like my favorite driver, Tyler Reddick, out there tonight with how close he's running the wall. Down to the inside of Carson Burrows into turn 3. Let's see if he can make this stick.
Ooh,
see, they're side by side tight. Very close contact right there. They will stay side by side down the front stretch. Looks like the 38 led that lap by a fraction of a second. Going down now to the inside. Is he going to be able to drive it in and really take it here? Yes, he does. New leader, Tyler Merritt in the 38 with a commanding move around Carson Burrows. Although Burrows does not appear to be done.
Yeah, let's see if Merritt will set the pace here. He's going to go right back to the top lane.
That's been his bread and butter all night. Burrows going top to bottom, trying to get out of that dirty air. Now he's got Dylan Clark coming now. Dylan Clark's right there in that 3rd place spot. He saw that battle happen in front of him. He's looking to try to get back up to the front where he was before.
Yeah, Merritt is running that top lane. Now we're starting to see him pull away here a little bit. Now the question is, will Clark and Burrows follow, or will they just keep doing what they're doing on the bottom and see if they're just going to let Merritt burn up his tires while what he's doing?
Yeah, certainly. Different strategies coming to play here. That's for sure. It doesn't seem like Tyler Merritt is doing any kind of tire saving at the moment. Oh, it looks like we have a car smoking on the front stretch here. June Gonzalez in the 5 car. Slow down the front stretch. He's now in the infield grass. Still green on the racetrack. Not sure what happened there. Just a lot of smoke on the front stretch. Might have gotten the wall out of turn 4. You know, hopefully he's able to stay off the track here as we have a great battle for the lead. Carson Burrows putting all kinds of pressure on Tyler Merritt. Again, we'll see, you know, with Carson, he was sitting out front there for a few laps, hopefully able to save some tires. Tyler Merritt was driving it about as hard as he could there. He's definitely burning up his stuff. I think we might see Burrows maybe get the advantage here within the next few laps.
Yeah, right now the top 7 is all running the same lap times between a 31.4 and a 31.6. So everyone's kind of plateauing out. So this might be the time where the guys saving tires are going to come up to the front here.
And I'm comparing through my headset here. We do have a change. Stage will now be at the end of lap 35. Stage will now be at the end of lap 35 as opposed to lap 40 as originally scheduled. I'll keep an eye on this lead group here. Carson Burrows is still trying to chase down Tyler Merritt. Now he's running the same line as him here. Maybe just trying to see if he can find the grip that Tyler Merritt's been able to find all night up there.
Yeah, that's like I was saying, this new iRacing package with the track, it's really widening out the track. Oh, Merritt misses the wall.
8 cars in the wall. He's still in the wall. He's going to get off. Carson Burrows. We'll see if he's got any kind of chance to get a run here. He might have had to back out since he was running that same line. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get any advantage here.
Yeah, surprisingly, that didn't hurt Merritt at all. Usually when you kiss the wall like that, you're getting dragged into it worse than he really was.
I saw one of the WBM cars in the apron. It appears to be Fozzie Fazzillo in the 88. Appears coming in for a stop. Oh, in the wall again for Tyler Merritt. Here comes Dylan Clark down to the inside as both those cars getting into the wall running that high line. I think there's a high line and there's a too high line. Those two have been right up against the wall and flirting with death there. And it looked like they both hit it.
Yeah, and getting into the wall like that just hurts your tires. It's going to wear out the sidewall even worse, and that's going to make it start even pushing.
Absolutely. Dylan Clark now taking advantage of that incident, coming down to the inside of the 12 of Carson Burrows. Let's see if he's able to clear him here. Not quite. That outside line is still the preferred line on corner exit.
Yeah, as everyone's running this, like the whole field now is running the same exact lap time.
Seems like everyone has migrated to this high side, kind of scanning through the field. Everyone's running either the high line or right kind of in the middle groove of the racetrack. You're not really seeing anybody on the inside anymore. That was kind of the same thing that we saw last week in Auto Club as well. Everyone, slowly throughout a run, they'd slowly move up throughout the racetrack. And it looks like it's happening again tonight. Dylan Clark once again just trying to dig as deep as he can on that inside. Just can't get too much going with that big run that he gets off the corner exit.
Yeah, the bottom here. Oh, Burrow's in the wall.
Oh, he's big in the wall that time. That might be enough for Dylan Clark to come by and get second. Oh, still not quite. It's going to be a tight battle here. Dylan Clark might have to throw it here into turn 1 to get any kind of chance. It looks like he's going to kind of back out and run a middle line here to try to see if he can work something.
Yeah, Clark is running that bottom, trying to do his best Kevin Harvick impersonation here.
You got to remember, we're almost about 7 or 6 laps here left until the end of the stage. So, obviously, trying to get as many points as possible. You never know at the end of the season. You'd hate for yourself to not pass a car in front of you, and then you miss the playoffs by 1 point. Here comes Carson Burrows. Once again, looking at right on the back of that 38 of Tyler Merritt. 3 cars under a blanket for the stage win with 6 laps to go here until a stage break. Little loose there. Carson Burrows right on his bumper. He's in the wall again. Man, I know we just came back from Darlington in the Cup Series. I know we talked about the Darlington stripe. Carson Burrows might have an Atlanta stripe tonight.
Yeah, these guys are just bouncing off the wall. And Clark is just ripping that bottom.
Tyler Merritt's going to let Carson Burrows have that high side. Let's see if he makes it stick up there, if he's going to get in the wall again. Burrows hanging on to that high side. He's going to get this big run on the backstretch. And it looks like he's going to clear. Once again, new leader. The 12th car of Carson Burrows is out front with 5 laps left to go in the stage as we come to the start-finish line.
Yeah, we got Dylan Clark up to P2 now. He's able to kind of follow Burrows through. Now let's see if Clark can make a one last push to possibly get the stage win here.
Clark here, 34, trying to hunt down that 12 of Carson Burrows. Looks like Tyler Merritt, once again, really trying to drive in there, hit the wall yet again. My goodness, Like I said, I think we have to coin a new phrase over here in OSRL, the Atlanta Strife, because my goodness, this top three, they got a lot of wall damage.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is, there's still some of the fastest cars on track pulling away because they're just kissing it off the wall.
Hey, maybe we found a new strategy on these next gens. Battle for P10 here that we're looking at. This is the final stage point up for grabs, currently being held by the 14 of Austin Diltz. That is also the 66 of Vincent Sowers and the 58 of Morgan Smith gunning for this spot. Again, like I said, Cody, stage points incredibly valuable. You know what a driver would do to try to get some stage points.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're coming up on some heavy traffic here in the middle of the pack. June Gonzalez, after that little spin he had earlier getting into the turn 4 wall, they're going around the 9 of Jeffrey Seymour slower at the bottom of the track. As the 23 of Deegan Urquida is getting very close to the wall there.
We got a mixture of lead lap cars bet on.
Oh, and meanwhile, we are side by side for the lead. Look at this, the final lap of stage 1. And we're side by side. Dylan Clark goes to Clark, and he's gonna clip into the 12 of Carson Burrows. Oh man! Whew. Talk about rubbing and racer right there, using all of Carson Burrows on the exit of that turn. And coming out of turn 4, Carson Burrows will win stage 1 in an eventful stage finish. Fifth place looked very close there. Chi Kuba is going to get it barely over the 23 of Deegan Urquides.
And Morgan Smith was our last position to
Oh
get
yeah, he got around
here.
Austin Diltz in the 14 there for the final stage point. We're still green here. I had something earlier that said they were going stage caution would be lap 35 unless we were mistaken. Not too sure what's happening. Yeah, we're now on lap 37, and we are still green on the racetrack. Interesting. Okay, so let's roll with it. Stage might not be over yet. Here we go. We look at some other battles throughout the track here. You have the 8 of Sean Lanning and the 22 of Gunther Gretzinger side by side. Oh, a little contact there, it looks like, between those two drivers. All right, so apparently we are going back to lap 40. I guess we had a late change there. So we are going to be back to lap 40. Man, that almost spoils that great battle. I thought that was for the end of stage. That would have been fantastic there. The car slow on the inside of turn 2 here. It looked like it was one of the WBM cars.
That would be Fozzie Fazillo, the right front, absolutely killed on that thing.
Oh my goodness, look at that damage. I saw the leaders drive by him on the inside. A lot of heavy damage there. Must have gotten into the wall, I would assume on the tri-oval. That's what that looks like to me.
I believe you are correct on that.
Yeah, man, that looks like some heavy damage. Thankfully, we have fast repairs. I know he was in that earlier accident as well, just not the night he was hoping to have. Hopefully getting some fast repairs out and hopefully have a better second stage here. As our leaders are coming out of turn 4, as we're looking to take the white flag in stage 1, which is now, as promised, at the end of lap 40. Dylan Clark hasn't quite been able to close the gap here to Carson Burrows since that move there on lap 35. But we'll see if he's able to get anything here. We have a decently close battle here, it looks like, for fourth here between Bruce Silva and Deegan Urquides. Deegan Urquides going to the inside. He might have a little something there. And not quite. Once again, that run on the outside is going to prove superior. As coming out of turn 4, winning stage 1 is their points leader, the 12 of Carson Burrows, taking stage 1.
As we've seen, Dylan Clark will not have the perfect night like he did last week.
Indeed. Great run from Carson Burrows as the caution has waived for the end of stage 1. Just a little stage rundown for you guys. Carson Burrows wins the stage. Dylan Clark in second. Tyler Merritt finishes third. Bruce Silva fourth. Deegan Urquides in fifth. Chi Kuba in sixth. Gunther Gretzinger in seventh. Luna Mengild in 8th, Tyler Rush recovering from that early accident in 9th, and Austin Diltz winds up getting that final stage point in 10th.
Oh, and I just noticed a major mistake by our leader. Carson Burrows drove completely by the pace car, so now everybody's going to make pit lane, and he won't.
I have my iRacing sim up here. I thought my sim broke again. I saw it frozen. I was about to close out of it, but no, that's just Carson Burrows stopped at the top of the racetrack.
Yeah.
Look at this. Everyone coming down pit road here, getting some tires as well. Did Carson Burrows miss his pit cycle by passing the pace car?
He did.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge revelation there for our stage winner. He missed pit entry by passing the pace car. And we talked about at the top of the show how important tires are here. That is a massive mistake for Carson Burrows. He's going to have a lot to work back from that one, is now he's going to have to come down and pit, likely under either a closed pit or the second lap.
And Dylan Clark is still sitting on pit lane. I don't know what happened.
My goodness,
there.
what a chaotic stage break pit cycle here. Dylan Clark, an extra long pit stop there. Not sure, maybe a penalty might have been in place there for him.
No, so he slid too far in his box, and then he backed up, and he still didn't back up far enough.
Oh, I said there was nothing more painful than getting caught up in someone else's mess. I stand corrected. There's nothing more painful than sliding through your pit box and then backing up and still not going through. All right, we will step aside here for a moment. Thank you guys for watching tonight. We'll be back shortly.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Welcome back to the Atlanta Motor Speedway here, as we are wasting no time and going green. Front row might look a little different here. Tyler Merritt and Bruce Silva lead us off to the green flag as we are green in stage 2, and Bruce Silva spins the tires, spins out in front of the whole field, and the caution has come out yet again. Oh my goodness. Vincent Sowers involved, Morgan Smith involved in the 58 car. Oh, and your stage winner, Carson Burrows, after that mistake he made on the pace lap, gets stuck at the back and caught up in that incident. Unbelievable.
Oh, Dylan Clark barely missed it, too.
Oh,
Dylan
no,
Clark was right in front of him.
This night has gone from bad to worse for Carson Burrows. What a tough break right there.
The restarts have been the calamity.
See if we have a replay here. This one looked like, to me, the classic case of readjusting to the fact that we're back on cold tires. It's kind of gunned it off the start. And just spun the tires. Just trying to get control. Oh, right into the 69 car there, Luna as well. And Carson Burrows slams right into the side there. Fortunate turn of events there, jeez.
Absolutely. Not what you want to see to start off your night.
Mind you, I believe that 69 car, already used a fast repair. So hopefully there's another one on dock, but likewise, might have some damage on the car for the rest of the race.
Yeah, as we will see here. Yeah, that nose still is messed up on Burrow's car. So not sure if he did use up his fast repair there.
Might be staying out there. I mean, I know he obviously hasn't used a fast repair yet, unless he accidentally used it or did he? Did he possibly use it accidentally the last time he pit there?
He could have with all that.
He did have a lot of wall damage from earlier. He might have used the fast repair.
So this may just be what he has to deal with. Well, we are gonna find out.
Looks like on
Burrows is saying just
comms
the right
here. Looks like he's saying he's opting to stay out. It appears he's just gonna ride out that damage. An interesting choice for one of the faster cars all night. We'll see if he can maintain that speed even with damage. I mean, maybe wait for that green flag stop to come in and fix that. Just some programming notes coming up here. The OSRL GT Series Round 10 is at Mosport this Thursday evening, the 16th, at 8:30 Eastern. You will have Josh Mertz and Justin Robichaux in the booth, and Victor Vallee in the production truck for that one. NASA Rallycross Lights also heads into Round 10 at Phoenix on the 19th. The season finale for the Rallycross Lights at 9 p.m. Eastern with Chad Irvine, James Watson in the booth, and Victor Vallee in the production truck. The NASA Rallycross Challenge season finale at Phoenix on Monday, May 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Josh Mertz, Justin Robichaux, and Brian Sawyer in the booth for that one, with Liftlander battling for the championship in that one. And lastly, next week, a week from now, the OSRL Cup Series, Round 4 at Bristol, Thursday, May 21st at 8:25 Eastern. It'll be the same as tonight. You have myself, Cody Erdmann, and Victor Vallee in the production truck. Look, we should have 2 to go here for the green. We should be going 1 to go next time around. Tyler Merritt leads the field. Gotta say, what an impressive drive tonight for that 38 car. Had early issues, sunk down on that first restart, has slowly crawled his way all the way back up, and, well, at the end of the stage break, here he is.
Yeah, Merritt has a good drive, and another one, as we've seen week in and week out in the GT Series on Thursdays, Austin Diltz is up to P3.
Austin Diltz, yeah, and P3 there, using some likely some pit strategy. I think a few cars in front might pit, or he might have gained a lot from that accident. But yeah, he's certainly a road course ringer. Currently 4th in the standings in the OSRL GT Series in the moment in GT3, and is our only repeat winner so far this year. So he is certainly going to be one to watch when we get to Watkins Glen here in a few weeks.
Yeah, that was exactly my thought. A couple of these drivers that we see over in the GT side of things, when we get to Watkins Glen, that they're going to be the ringers.
Yeah, those powder blue WBM liveries, expect them to be running up front at the Glen. They are very fast in the GT Series, and I expect them to be pretty fast on the oval side as well when we go to the Glen. And in turn 3 here, as you can see, you got Tyler Merritt with Deegan Urquitas now on the outside after the issue for the 23 earlier. Excuse me, the 36. He now sits on the outside of row 1 with Austin Diltz and Tyler Rush once again working his way back up from that early accident. Now in row 2, Dylan Clark recovers well as well, right there in row 3, ready to pounce. As the pace car comes off, as we hit the restart zone, green flag is once again back out in the air at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and Tyler Merritt has pulled out to quite a sizable lead there. Austin Diltz looking to the inside of Deegan Urquidez into turn 1. Dylan Clark as well on the inside. He might get a really nice run here on the back of Austin Diltz. Does he pull 3 wide?
Definitely could here.
Looks like he thought about it for a second. He's going to stay on that high side now. Going into 3. A lot of cars under a blanket here. Austin Diltz crawling his way on that outside. Coming around Deegan Urquidez on the exit of 4. See if he gets the run. Oh, that looked close right there between Carson Burrows and Tyler Rush. Rush in the wall a little bit there. My goodness, Carson Burrows has definitely been using up as much of the track as he can.
And put Diltz up to P number 2 now. And Dylan Clark following suit along with Burrows here.
Top 3 single file side by side there for 4th place. It'll be Dylan Clark, it looks like, clearing there. Deegan Urquidez and Carson Burrows side by side. Now, we mentioned this over the, we were talking about it over the ad break there earlier. Dylan Clark was not happy with Carson Burrows on that lap 35 move. Believes he kind of ran him a little out of room there and said he would repay the favor. So I guess we'll see how that plays out. As right now, those two haven't been around each other for a little bit, but they're right next to each other now.
Yeah,
right there. Oh, what happened to Austin Diltz? Austin Diltz has moved back there.
Yeah, Diltz slid back. I think Dylan Clark is a man on a mission. Is Tyler Merritt is a 1.5 seconds away from the field. He has checked out.
Tyler Merritt doing exactly what Dylan Clark did last week. He has checked out from this field.
Ooh, Burrows kissing the wall.
Ooh, look at that. That was close there for Carson Burrows. But I'll tell you, he has been fun to watch tonight. He is using up every little inch of this racetrack to try to get as much speed as he can, even if that means he's gotten to the wall a few times. With this run, he's going to get on the back of Austin Diltz here. Let's see, he's going to pull the inside. Not quite. He's going to follow him in, although Tyler Rush is going to go the inside. I don't think he's going to have enough to get there. As Burrows pulling over on the inside now of Austin Diltz. As we are side by side for 3rd place. Let's see if he can send it into turn 3. Oh, not quite going to get enough momentum there. It looks like that 14 is going to stay side by side with him.
Is Diltz being able to use that outside lane? Starting to get the run off the banking.
Deegan Urquidez might have gotten loose a little bit on the exit of 4 there. He's dropping back like a rock. Hopefully he'll be able to come back with that one. Got a side-by-side right there. 2 cars side-by-side. Looked like that was the 36 of Bruce Silva and the 22 of Gunther Gretzinger. They're going to sort themselves out. Gunther Gretzinger gets the spot and maintains 6th position on track. Mengold, I think we'll be able to clear Morgan Smith here. And not quite. Morgan's got a nose in there. Still a pretty tight battle. A few different battles throughout the racetrack here as Gunther and Brew are side-by-side yet again. Gunther might honestly get a run enough here to get Tyler Rush. That looked close. Tyler Rush going to smartly get out of the way there for the full rush that is Gunther Gretzinger. And he's going to move up into the top 5.
Gunther's been slowly, methodically working his way to the front.
He did this last week too.
He absolutely did the same thing last week. Well. And he's up to P5 now. Now he's sitting straight on Carson Burrows.
Close right there. Tyler Rush, I think that was Bruce Silva right there on the outside. That was very tight. Looked like kind of chopped into the wall. Contact again, but Bruce Silva's going to get the spot. Tyler Rush falling a little bit here. Oh, up front, meanwhile, Austin Diltz got into the wall right in front of Carson Burrows. Both of them had to back out quite a bit there.
As we're starting to see lap times equal out here. Our leader, Tyler Merritt, who has a 2.5 second lead at the moment with a 31 flat. And then, actually, I totally lied, because now everyone ran 2 tenths slower than he did.
So everyone's the same lap time but Tyler Merritt, who's in a league of his own up front. 2.5 seconds up on the rest of this field. Meanwhile, really nice looking battle here for second. You got 3 cars under a blanket. Dylan Clark, who's got a little bit of a gap, but Austin Diltz and Carson Burrows been bumper to bumper for the past few laps, so it looks like Dilt is going to get a bit of a runoff here. As you see side by side here, Tyler Rush, side by side. Looks like that is the 06 car there of Chikuba.
Ooh, look for the contact.
Contact!
Good save there.
Chikuba right there. Oh, that's Austin Diltz in the inside wall. Oh my goodness. I don't know if he got loose there, if he had help, but fantastic job keeping that straight. Here's a replay. He just got loose. Oh, man, that was a hard lick into that inside wall there.
Yeah, that definitely just got arrow. I think he got arrow loose. Burrows is starting to pull up to the back bumper of him.
And take a look at Gunther Gretzinger in that 22 is actually closing in, it looks like, a Carson Burrows. Gunther Gretzinger has been slowly and methodically crawling through his field. He might have a chance at the top 3 here.
Yeah, Gunther was the fastest car on the track that last lap. So definitely watch out for him. He might be the one that saved the best tires.
Gunther Gretzinger had that alternative strategy last week that was able to net him quite a bit of points. Looks like he's doing that again by saving those tires, and that's definitely paying off for him here as he's closing in on the 12 of Carson Burrows.
And Bruce Silva right behind him is doing the same thing. Them two are a tenth faster than the top 3. So I think they have saved a little bit better tire here. So now we're going to see if they can work their way up all the way possibly up to Tyler Merritt.
I don't blame that top 3. They were definitely burning their stuff up there. They were battling very hard at the top of that field there. So it wouldn't surprise me if their tires have worn off a little faster than everybody else's.
Definitely possible.
On board here with Carson Burrows, looking on behind with Gunther Gretzinger right on the back there. Again, he's been closing in methodically lap after lap. Gunther's been making his money on that high side, just like Carson's been doing, kind of running about the same line. So I'm curious to see who's going to be able to adapt to that inside line. If Gunther can get down there, might be able to get him here. See, they're getting closer coming into turn 1.
Yeah,
Carson's going to give him the line, interestingly, down to the inside. Gunther should get a big run here on the backstretch. Oh, that was close, almost in the wall.
Yeah, running that top lane, you're not putting as much wheel into it. So you're
they're side by side for second place. Oh, Carson Burrows is slow. You think he might be coming into pits here? Pitting from 3rd place. I'm not sure if that's some kind of strategy there. It looked like an iffy entry there. Looks like
this might be scheduled.
Yeah, it might be scheduled. It looks like the pay window has opened. Green flag pit stops have started. I'm assuming the 12 of Carson Burrows probably saw the leader come in and figured, can't beat him, join him. Got to come on into pit.
Although pitting this early is extremely risky because if a caution comes out, those drivers are going to be stuck a lap down.
That's an interesting strategy, especially for the 2 lead cars to be pitting this early. I guess they really just want to get a jump on that tire wear there, get a few extra laps on some really good tires. But yeah, I mean, we have almost 36 laps or so to go here. I mean, 36 laps is quite a bit to ask on one set of tires. You saw how loose they were at the end of the 40 lap stage. So running another 34, that's quite a stretch.
Yeah, I wonder if some of these drivers are going to wait until about 30 to go and then come in.
For Carson Burrows, it seems like it's mostly a no-brainer just because he had that damage as well that was definitely hindering him. So for him, it probably made sense. It looks like the 11 of Wesley Woods has come into pit as well.
Yeah, Woods is in, and Burrows has used his fast repair, so the front end is back to normal.
Yeah, he definitely needed that. I know he definitely had that damage. It was definitely hindering. Oh, look at this. 3 wide going into turn 3. And it looks like, thankfully, Diltz backs out there. Probably a smart decision. 3 wide on this racetrack is tough with how much you slide around the racetrack. And look at this. Diltz is not done, though, as he's going to try to go the inside here of Vincent Sowers in the 66. See if he gets him here. Again, that high line has been the lane all night. But Austin Diltz with a power move, clearing the 66. Unless the 66 might be backing out maybe to pit. Maybe not.
No, we have yet to see anyone pit here.
Yeah, outside that top 2, no one else has come into pit. Again, it's a very interesting strategy for those cars.
Crazy thought. I wonder if some of these guys are thinking of staying out. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure
that'd be
if we
a
can make
long
it.
fuel run there. 60 laps. Was that the 38 of Tyler Merritt? It was in the wall. Looks like he's feeling like a hero right now. Look at him just drive around everyone around him. That's what that French tires does. He's going to pick up quite a bit of time. Again, I got to question that, Cody. I mean, what do you think would be the motive there for that strategy?
I'm not 100% sure, especially with everyone staying out like this. I'm kind of, ooh.
Oh, contact! The 38 gets into the back of one of the WBM cars who's hard to the inside wall, and it's Morgan Smith in the 58. My goodness, I feel like all three of those powder blue cars have taken trips down to that inside wall. My goodness, that looked like some avoidable contact right there. That is unfortunate for Morgan Smith.
That's not what Merritt and Carson wanted to see there. Like, if that kit brought out a caution, this whole strategy would have been done for him.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. That's especially risky for someone who went on that strategy. That would have killed him because, again, he is the lucky dog at the moment, but he's still stuck a lap down right now. A caution comes out. Carson Burrows finds himself a lap down, and Tyler Merritt finds himself at the tail end of the longest line. Maybe as the leaders, they anticipated more drivers coming down with them here. As you can see, Dylan Clark is on pit road as well.
Yeah,
now for his scheduled stop. It looks like the people who decided to stay out have finally stayed out long enough and are starting to make their stops.
And that was my thought. With about 30 to go, it might be the time to come down. Kind of splitting it exactly in half here. As we'll keep an eye on Dylan Clark.
We have trouble! There's a crash coming on turn 4! Fozzie Fazzillo and Carson Burrows have made contact! Fozzie Fazzillo came up into Carson Burrows, and your stage 1 winner has gotten involved in yet another incident. Oh, that is such a tough break there for Dylan Clark, who is stuck on pit road. He might get stuck a lap down here. That 38 might get the lucky dog. As we take a look at a replay, Fozzie Fazzillo just gets loose on the inside of turn 4. Oh my goodness, what a horrible break for your points leader.
Yeah, it's definitely not what Carson wanted to see. And especially being the one involved in the caution.
Man, this night has gone from bad to worse for that 12 car, Carson Burrows. And what's unfortunate, too, is it doesn't seem like it's been anything of his own doing tonight. Just got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time twice.
No, and it's always seems like that's how it happens. Once one little mistake, it just starts snowballing into worse and worse
Absolutely,
mistakes.
And look who has cycled to the lead. With all the issues we just encountered, Gunther Gretzinger in the 22, who has been one of the more fun cars to watch tonight, has cycled out into the lead here.
It definitely seems to be the trend. Just stay out as long as possible, because in the middle of a pit cycle, we may have a caution.
Absolutely. It looks like the 38 of Tyler Merritt should be the lucky dog here, so he should be getting his lap back. But trapping some cars, Dylan Clark and Wesley Woods, along with Morgan Smith, all are going to be stuck a lap down here. Likely going to be wave arounds as long as they stay out. And then Carson Burrows, just unfortunate for him. I believe he's still on pit road.
Yeah, as we got Dylan Clark will be a wave around here for us. So he'll be back on the
Gunther
lap.
Gretzinger getting right around Bruce Silva and will win the race off of pit road. It's going to be Gunther Gretzinger, Bruce Silva, and Chi Kuba rounding out your top 3 there, coming off of pit road. So, Cody, with this caution, we got a whole new set of faces here at the front.
Yeah, this just reshuffled the entire deck for us.
The drivers who have been running top 3 all night. Oh no! Gunther Gretzinger spun on the exit of pit road! Oh no! Just as we were saying, we have some new faces. And the man who probably had the luckiest break of that caution has just spun on the exit of pit road.
And as we've seen the theme of the night, cold tires are slippery, especially here.
Absolutely. Feel like we're driving on an ice rink tonight.
Yeah, for the first about lap or 2, it pretty much is. as he should get his position back here. So we'll put him back up to the end of the wave around cars here, and then
looks like he'll get his position back, but I wonder, it looks like he did kiss that outside wall just a little bit. I do wonder if he has any damage on that front end. Let's see.
I don't believe he does. I think it was just
Good.
soft enough.
That was a very lucky break for that 22. Whew. Oh, man. I mean, it should be... that spin definitely hurts the tires there, but, you know, I do wonder what that'll do for him. That just untimely there. Just it looks like didn't anticipate the tires being so cold there and just spun.
Yeah, this has turned into a race of attrition here. So we have about 9 cars on the lead lap. A couple of the wave around cars will probably put us to 11. So about half the field is left being able to race out for the win.
We should be here. Looks like taking 1 to go this time by. You got 2 cars there, Wesley Woods in the 11 and Dylan Clark in the 34, who will be taking wave arounds this time by. Thankfully for both of them, they were able to pit a few laps before, so they're not going to be losing any tire wear or anything like that. There they go past the pace car as we rack them up with 1 lap to go here. It's going to be the 22 of Gunther Gretzinger leading the field to green, with Bruce Silva on the outside, Chi Kuba and Tyler Rush making up row 2, and Deegan Urquitas and Vincent Sowers making up row 3. Again, a whole lot of new faces up at the front of the field. I'm curious to see how these guys are going to race. A lot of these cars, you know, like that 38 of Tyler Merritt and the 34 of Dylan Clark, now stuck at the back of the field. They might have a lot of work cut out for them here with about 30 to go.
Yeah, this has really hurt their chances. The one thing they did not want to see is having a caution come out here, but we saw how fast Merritt was there. And now with about 25 to go, yeah, you're still going to have to worry about your tires, but not as much. So you're able just to push it as hard as you possibly can.
Go, we're coming into turn 4 here, getting ready for the pace car to come off and take the green flag as the 22 of Gunther Gretzinger will lead us there. Pace car is off. We hit the Geico restart zone, and we are back to green at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And look at the 22 Gunther Gretzinger. Once again, a fantastic restart. Oh, and caution is back out. It looks like a car is in the wall at the back of the field.
And I believe that was Austin Diltz just spinning those cold tires.
See if it was Austin Diltz in the 14. And he is on. Oh, yeah, look at that. Let's see, has that 38 behind? Yeah, it looks like he just kind of spun it there on the cold tires. Again. Seems like that's been the story of the night, just ravaging these cars.
Yeah, it's definitely really tricky here, especially the restarts. These cold tires are super slippery, so you got to watch it on the gas, especially that inside line. Although we did see Brew kind of lose it on the outside, which, by the way, he's back up to P3, so good recovery there. But
absolutely,
yeah,
and honestly,
you just
who
gotta
didn't
watch
want
it.
to see this this caution here would be some of the guys at the back, like Tyler Merritt and Dylan Clark. It's going to give them a lot less time to be able to maneuver through the field.
Although, on the contrary on that one, at least for Dylan Clark and Wesley Woods, I got the wave around, they can come down and get a set of tires now. So they'll be on fresh tires with everyone else.
And at that point, they're already at the back of the end of the longest line, so there's not really much to lose there by pitting, although it looks like both will be staying out here.
Yeah, as they're staying out, I would have, because Wesley's got 13 laps on these set of tires. So unless he's, I don't know exactly, he might have burned through most of them, and I wonder if he's trying to save it a little bit.
Very possible. I mean, especially if you have like one set of tires left, I feel like you kind of want to save it for that last run in case you get a caution.
But as we're looking kind of through, we should have a couple sets for everyone still. So, yeah, I would have, if I was in Woods and Clark's position, I would have come down pit road and got a set of tires. But
that is a really interesting strategy. Because, you know, obviously they'll come out in front of all the lap cars anyway, so they're not really losing any ground by not pitting there. So, I mean, hey, we've seen a lot of interesting strategy calls tonight. We'll see if this one pans out for them.
Yeah, this has been absolute calamity with these cold tires.
Absolutely. This track has been quite brutal to these tires, for sure. And as we come here to the start-finish line, Gunther Gretzinger, what a race it's been for him. Started, you know, relatively at the back here, qualified in 10th, so about halfway through the field. He has slowly but methodically worked his way up the field and caught a fantastic break there at the end of that caution, and is now finding himself leading this race. If you remember from last week, he ran that interesting pit strategy at Auto Club that put him at the front quite a bit as well. So once again, some alternative strategy for Gunther is paying off yet again.
Yeah, he's been one of the smart ones here so far in these first two, being able to use a little bit of a different strategy to get up track position. Definitely don't always have to be the fastest car, but sometimes you can just outsmart your competition to a good finish.
Tonight's race is brought to you by Van Lille Stickers. Van Lille's is sponsoring tonight's race in conjunction with the OSRL Cup Series. So Van Lille Stickers has all your planning and budgeting stickers needs covered. So come visit their Etsy shop at Van Lille's Stickers.
As we'll be getting 20 to go here when we cross the line. So I'd imagine about 19 to go when we take the green.
Yeah, should be about 19 here to go or so. Come to the green. Lights are still on the pace car. I imagine they'll be coming off this time by. We should be going 1 to go. And we're going to rack them up once again for another restart. These restarts have been quite hectic here, Cody. A lot of trouble we've had tonight. I mean, do you think the drivers are going to start being a little more cautious on these starts just to try to make it through some laps?
I definitely think we'll see the drivers kind of remind themselves, hey, let's just take it easy on this first lap. Let's let the heat build up in these tires, let the air pressure come up, and then let's go racing after that. Because, yeah, we're only going to have 19 to go, so that window is getting shorter and shorter for drivers like Tyler Merritt and Dylan Clark, who we've seen have had pace. As Tyler Merritt does have fresh tires when he got the Lucky Dog, so he will have tires with everyone else. Just Woods and Clark does not.
And we know how fast that 38 car is on fresh rubber. He is bad fast, so expect him to make moves there. He is 5th car on the inside line, that dark blue and yellow car. Yeah, we're going to be coming here with 19 to go as the pace car rounds out turn 4. We'll be making the steep left turn to pit road yet again as we come to take the green flag. And green flag is back out of the air. And Gunther Gretzinger, once again, a fantastic restart, just like he did last week in Auto Club. And he is, my goodness, look at that start. He has gapped the field by quite a bit. Here we go, 3 wide for second place. There between the 36 of Bruce Silva. And oh, there's a car around in the back. June Gonzalez in the 5 has hit the inside wall. We stay green for the moment. Meanwhile, we are side by side for second place. Side by side for second place between the 36 of Bruce Silva and the 27 of Tyler Rush coming down the front stretch here. Tyler Rush with that preferred line on the outside. Let's see if he's got anything here. And look at that, here comes that run. I'm telling you, I don't think, with that fresh tires, it looks like we're going to be 3 wide in the back there. And look who it is making it 3 wide, the 38 of Tyler Merritt, who is a man on a mission. He just cleared 2 cars with no problems at all on that inside line.
Yeah, Tyler's just setting his sights to P1. That's where he wants to be.
Once again, side by side here yet again. Chi Kuba in the 06. Bruce Silva in the 36, side by side for 3rd position. Oh man, that looked like pretty loose there from Tyler Rush. Car in the wall in the back. It's Deegan Urquidez in the 23 car. And look who's up at this battle. The 38 of Tyler Merritt is racing right up here for 4th place.
Ooh,
and he's going 3
for the
wide
06.
for the middle. There's a car around. It's the 06 of Chi Kuba contact with a 66 at Vincent Towers, and it looks like we're going to stay green on the racetrack.
Yeah, we are still green.
Well, look at this, the 38 of Tyler Merritt going for second place. He is a man on a mission. Going to the inside here of Tyler Rush, and he's going to clear him with ease. Now he's got his sight set on that 22 of Gunther Gretzinger. Can he get
really
a big loose off turn 4? He is driving that car tonight.
Tyler Rush trying to fight
Silva trying to go down to the inside. They're not quite going to have anything, although they're going to be side by side here for third place between the 27 and the 36. 27 on the outside there, Tyler Rush. He should have the preferred line. Well, it looks like the 36 might honestly clear here. It's going to be very tight. Meanwhile, that 38 of Tyler Merritt is closing in on Gunther Gretzinger. It is now 0.3 of a second between first and second place. That 38 is fast. Boy, he's had to overcome some adversity tonight, but look at him go. Look at this run down the front stretch. Side by side for the lead. New leader. The 38 of Tyler Merritt is back out front again.
Because I was wondering if Gunther was going to do some aero blocking there, as we've seen in the Cup Series, but he could not do anything with that run down that back straightaway.
We might have a call around on the back stretch. It appears we're staying green, though. Car got out of the way safely. Fozzie Fazzillo, as his night continues to get worse, as he's had so much trouble. There he is on the front stretch as well. Oh, man, it's got to, I imagine it's got to be really bad for momentum. Once you wreck once and you keep wrecking, it's like, oh, man, why am I out here? I feel like sometimes. Look at who's back in the fray. The 34, Dylan Clark, working his way back up through his field. It's almost like him and the 38 are just driving by everybody else's. Now he's going to go pick off Tyler Rush in the 27. Down to the inside, clears. Remember, that 34 is on older tires than everybody else. He did not come in that last caution. He's on a bit older tires. I wonder how long that momentum's going to hold for him.
Guys, he's running the same lap time. Actually, he ran faster than Tyler Merritt there. It wasn't by much, but
let's see, now he's going to look to the inside of the 22 of Gunther Gretzinger. Is he there? Oh, yes, he is. Side by side for second place. The 34 of Dylan Clark is hungry. Remember, he was the pole sitter and the defending winner. Kind of got screwed over by that untimely caution. He is also a man on a mission coming back up to the front.
As Tyler Rush trying to follow Dylan Clark in his footsteps, trying to get up to P number 3. Cap off a good points day for him as we are 10 to go here.
You got to remember, great night for Tyler Rush at this point. With the issue that he ran into with Carson Burrows, Tyler Rush is looking quite good in the points if this holds.
And now we'll have to watch the lap times to see if Dylan Clark will be able to run down Tyler Merritt here.
We are side by side for the 5th position yet again. Gunther Gretzinger and Bruce Silva, who have been pretty much lockstep all night. Those two cars seemingly cannot get away from each other. Very similar pace tonight. Yeah, it looks like Gunther Gretzinger going to get the best out of that one and will stay in the 4th position. Now Tyler Merritt in the wall yet again, just as we pan to him, as he continues to run that Tyler Reddick line right up on that wall.
Yeah, he's just kissing it off that wall. High risk, high reward. And for 2 laps in a row, Dylan Clark was 0.4 faster than him.
And Dylan Clark now only 0.5 away from Tyler Merritt. Just half a second spread those top 2 cars. We'll see if he can gauge momentum here. We don't have too much race left in us here. About 7 to go this time by. It's now or never for that 34. Dylan Clark, look at this run he gets on the inside. My goodness, look at that. From 0.5 a second to only 2. Dylan Clark is on a mission catching this 38 car.
Yeah, Dylan Clark is the only one down in the 31.1s. Everybody else is 31.5 and higher. he's just able to save those tires, and now he's just putting down a clinic of these good laps here.
Here we go, back down to that inside line. He's got an amazing run. Boy, this should shape up to be a fantastic finish here, Cody.
As we're coming to 6 to go here. Let's see, Dylan Clark's been really good at the bottom. Let's see if Merritt cuts him off. Nope. Merritt gives him the bottom.
At the high side, right. Oh, my goodness, I don't know how he doesn't touch the wall there. But look at them side by side down the backstretch. This is for the lead with 6 to go. The 38 of Tyler Merritt has cleared, but you better believe that is not the last of Dylan Clark. Back down to the
Merritt
inside for the 34. Does he have enough here on the front stretch to be able to clear him? Not quite. 5 laps to go, and we're side by side for the lead.
Merritt kissed it off the wall in turn 3 and 4 there. He's able to stay out of it here. Clark with a good run down.
Just
but Merritt's
holding
gonna have
that
a great
side by
run.
side all the way through turns 1 and 2, but that outside line is going to prevail yet again for Tyler Merritt. Remember, you know, Tyler, he runs it pretty close to the wall there. If he hits the wall like he just did right there, he's going to have some trouble into the wall. And with 4 to go here, the 34 of Dylan Clark is in the lead. But that's not the end of Tyler Merritt. He's got a run here. Dylan Clark has been making that inside work. He's going to stay down there. Does Tyler Merritt have enough steam?
Oh, he's got to run down the back straightaway here. Let's see if he does anything with it. He does not. Still a car length off the back bumper.
Up to that outside. He's staying about a half a lane off that wall now just to prevent himself from getting in the wall. He's in the wall again. 3 laps to go here at Atlanta. And boy, it's been a fun race up at the front.
Yeah, I think Tyler just cooked his tires too much trying to run away from the field. And unfortunately, Dylan Clark did the exact strategy he needed to do to drive his way all the way up to P1 again.
Dylan Clark comfortably out front now. We have a little bit of a battle here for third. Tyler Rush hanging on. Gunther Gretzinger and Bruce Silva not too far behind. See if they have anything. They've been staying single file on that high side for the past few laps now. We'll see if any of them can really get a run here as we come to 2 laps to go here tonight at Atlanta.
Yeah, Dylan Clark's able just to start pulling away from Tyler Merritt here. And we'll see if Gunther is able to get around Tyler Rush. Got to run down the back straightaway here.
Here he does. Let's see if he's got enough. Not quite. He's going to stay right on the back here. That 27. Does he set something up for the final lap here? Meanwhile, at the front, Dylan Clark will take the white flag. 1 more lap to go at the Van Lilly's 150 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That 22 is hounding the 27 for 3rd place right now to get that final spot on the podium. Bruce Silva in the 36 looking to the inside as well. Not quite going to get there. You know, back up front, Dylan Clark once again has overcame adversity just like he did at Auto Club. Coming out of turn 4, Dylan Clark will win at Atlanta in the OSRL Cup Series.
Oh,
Tyler Rush sliding across the start-finish line, and he's going to just barely miss those porta potties on the inside wall.
Yeah, he just clipped the tri-oval grass and it turned him. Thankfully, it didn't cost him a spot.
My goodness there. Dylan Clark wins the race tonight. Tyler Merritt second, and Tyler Rush in showboaty fashion sliding across the line in 3rd. Gunther Gretzinger 4th, and Bruce Silva rounds out your top 5 in 5th. Wow, Cody Erdmann, what a race we saw tonight. So many comers and goers, but at the end, your pole sitter comes away with it yet again.
Yeah, he didn't hit the full sweep of the night, but definitely the most important one he hit with getting this race win.
Absolutely. Our first back-to-back winner in the OSRL Cup Series, his 2nd win of the season here for Dylan Clark. He's been looking very fast on these 1.5 miles here, hasn't he?
Yeah, these more intermediate style tracks, he's just been putting on a clinic. Now, let's see what he can do at Bristol.
Absolutely. We're going to a completely different track next week at Bristol. We'll see if he's got that short track speed as well. Look at it burning it down there right over that Bass Pro Shops logo. Giving it an amazing smoke show.
Definitely had plenty of tire left in those ones.
And Absolutely. What an exciting race here. As let's see if we have any of these drivers in the waiting room for interviews. Looks like we have second place Tyler Merritt here in the waiting room. Let's see if we can bring him on up here. Let's bring him on up. Tyler Rush, this is Ethan and Cody in the ASM booth. You got us? Well, Tyler, a fantastic result for you tonight, finishing third. Really looked like you ran out front all night. Describe your race for us.
Well, it started out all right. We had a decent qualifying spot, and we were right up there in the mix of it for most of the race. We had an unlucky caution on the backstretch. A couple cars wadded up. We had nowhere really to go. Got a little bit of nose damage, but the crew was able to get it fixed under yellow. Got the car back out on the track, and we just slowly picked them off and worked our way back up to the front. Got lucky with that caution at the end because we were staying out, and just had to race hard there.
Absolutely. Definitely overcoming adversity. That's certainly the story of your night. You had that early accident with nowhere to go. You were able to come all the way back up to third. Just a fantastic ride. I mean, describe what it feels like getting stuck in a wreck for the most part that isn't really anything you're doing, and being able to keep your head in it to be able to finish third tonight.
Well, I knew I had a good crew behind me, and they've been there all week. The Seal Master Toyota Camry we had was amazing. So when I saw that wreck happen, my heart sank. I felt terrible. I got on the brakes, was hoping just the smoke was going to clear, and I was going to be able to see out the other side. And somebody got into me from the behind and pushed me into the wreck a little bit. So it's just unfortunate, but I know my guys are the best in the business, and that's why we pay them to be here. So they got it all fixed up, and we're ready to go. It was a hard ask for them, but like I said, they're the best in the business, so I didn't doubt them for a minute.
That's awesome. There's nothing better than a good crew behind you. Well, Cody Erdmann, you got any questions here for our third place finisher?
As you're coming in with P2 and points here, were you keeping an eye on your point guy that you're trying to battle in the point leader with Carson, and seeing the calamity, unfortunately, he was involved in?
Yeah, I totally was. Just the goal tonight was to get some points, especially look where Carson was at, and hopefully finish in front of him, and just improve our points gap on the playoff cutoff line. I was kind of bummed. We were going for stage points. Luckily, we were able to get a handful there at the end with getting the car back out there. But definitely seeing him have a bad race is not really the way I want to take the points lead. I want to beat him fair and square. But if we do come out with a lead after this, it'd be well deserved by my crew for putting the car together.
Fantastic stuff there, Tyler. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight for your third place performance?
Just the Seal Master, the TSM crew and the WBM guys have been great with the Seal Master Toyota Camry that we've got today. It was a great car. Camera Outfitters is always on my back. They're some great camera company here in Lafayette. If you're ever in this area and need something done on your camera, some work or pictures developed, or just you need to buy something new, they're the greatest company ever and the nicest people ever. So make sure to support your local businesses and have a good night.
That's amazing, Tyler. Thank you for coming up to talk to us. Great race tonight. Good luck next week at Bristol.
Thank you very much, guys.
No problem. All right, so next up, let's bring up our second place finisher, Tyler Merritt in the 38 car. How's it going, Tyler? This is Ethan and Cody in the ASM booth. You got us?
Yep, I've got you. How's it going?
Good, good. Absolute show you put on tonight, riding that high wall, overcoming adversity. Just an incredible story for you tonight. Take us through that wild roller coaster of a race for you.
It was pretty chaotic. I'd say I wasn't expecting as many cautions as there were, but it was a lot of good racing between me and Dylan, and I think it was Carson the 12. It was pretty good racing. I will say that's the sketchiest I've ever seen Atlanta restarts, and this is my favorite track. I've never seen restarts be that sketchy here. I was like, I'm barely going 9, 30% throw. The car's wanting to snap. It's fun, but I would it be lying if I said I don't want to have restarts like that again.
I would agree. It looked like you guys were driving out on ice tonight. It looked very chaotic, especially on those cold tires. I mean, tell us what kind of goes through your head there on those restarts, especially on those colder tires tonight. Seemed like to be quite a big issue throughout the race.
The restarts, my first thing was because I think I started on the inside. I think almost every restart. I might start on the outside once. I was like, let me just first restart. I was like, I'm gonna try to get ahead of Kyle and Dylan, try to get the lead in. That's when my car snapped because I was expecting it to hook, with such little traction. And then after that, it was just the waiting game, trying to let people in front of me wreck themselves if they were, and then just try to drive through the field and get back into the top three. That was my main thoughts, was get to the top three as quick as I can so I can make Dylan and Carson burn the tires up.
Absolutely. You were certainly slicing and dicing back there coming up from that lucky dog. It looked like you were on rails back there driving past a lot of other cars. Definitely put on a show for us tonight. Cody Erdmann, you have anything for our second place finisher?
Yeah, just what were your thoughts when that caution came out there when you were in the middle of your pit cycle there on that end stage? Unfortunately, catching a lap down, but thankfully you were in the spot for the lucky dog. Kind of just talk me through your thoughts when that whole scenario happened.
My first thought was, oh great, I'm gonna be at a huge disadvantage. First thing is my relative before the field went back around when that caution came out. I was like, okay, Dylan's in the lead lap. He's gonna win the race now. And then I saw him and Carson were trying to lap down. They'd have to do a waiver, and I was like, okay, that's gonna help me out. And then after that, I was hoping it was gonna go green. It didn't. We had another caution, but I say my strategy played out in my favor. As soon as I saw Carson go to pits, I was like, I need to pit now. I don't want to pit now because of tires, but I'm going to have to pit or he's going to have such a huge lead that after his tires get worse than mine, the tire advantage wouldn't be enough for me to catch back up to him.
It was definitely an eventful race tonight for you, Tyler. Anyone you'd like to thank for your performance tonight?
Well, I want to thank my employer, McConey Set Up Shop, Jeff McConey. My esports organization, Wanted Goons, and my team, iRacing team, Full Send Racing.
Great stuff,
And
Tyler.
also, y'all too for the great broadcast.
No problem. It's absolutely our pleasure. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening and good luck next week at Bristol.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, that was Tyler Merritt in the 38, our second place finisher. Well, we've waited long enough. Why don't we bring up our winner, Dylan Clark in the 34 car. Let's get him up into the booth. Dylan Clark, this is Ethan and Cody in the ASN booth. You got us?
I do.
Well, Dylan, you're up here again, and you're up here as a winner yet again. Once again, the same thing you did last week, overcoming adversity. You had a wild night tonight, but with 5 laps to go, made the pass for the win. Take us through that final run there as you were catching up to the 38 of Tyler Merritt.
Yeah, honestly, I was just managing to start with to go through the field because I knew there was about 15 laps left, and I know that at this track, 15 laps on a set of tires, if you're pushing too hard, is going to fry them. So honestly, my main goal was to get through traffic without frying my right front or my right rear, and then once I got clear a second, I just went hunting and decided to kick it up a notch. And luckily, I caught him with enough time to actually battle him for the win and capitalize on one of his mistakes and back in victory lane.
Must feel fantastic. Our first repeat winner of season 1 of the OSRL Cup Series here. Again, it seems like you had quite a bit to overcome this race, especially with that pit strategy. Take us through what you were thinking there as you're sitting on pit road and the caution all of a sudden comes out.
Yeah, that was not a pleasant feeling, rolling off a pit road and having the caution come out right as the leaders were going past you. So no track position, set back. Luckily, I did have fresh tires and I could get the free pass, but honestly, not a great feeling coming off a pit road with the caution out and being at the back and a lap down. So just luckily we got that second caution quick, got my track position back, and we were able to go battling up there.
That's awesome. A lap down does not deter you, clearly, because you're able to come all the way back to win the race. Cody Erdmann, you have anything for our race winner?
Yeah, you were kind of really the only one that was really sticking on the bottom. Did your car not like the outside, or did you just find something that you were just trying to make sure you hit every time?
I found a pretty good pace down at the bottom. Up high, you tend to get way too tight, and it starts to plow up next to the wall. So down on the bottom, I could really manage my right front as well as get the car rotated. A lot of people were using too much throttle and burning off the right rear, so it got way too loose on them. I figure if I run the bottom for about 15 laps or so, my right rear will start to get a little hot, and then I'll move up to the second lane. But as long as you're on the bottom, everyone moving up high, you're going to have clean air and manage your right front. You won't get too tight. You won't get too loose because the right rear's burned off of it. And I just went where no one else went.
Absolutely. It is, once again, another win for you, Dylan Clark. Anyone you'd like to thank for this one?
Yeah, my primary sponsor today, Orpec. Everything they do in real life racing and sim racing. Therma-Tru doors, Hayden Homes, they excellent houses for first-time buyers in the western side of the states, if anyone's out there. Italian Motors USA for all my karting stuff. Tau Kart as well. They supply me some great chassis out on the for karting in real life, and my parents for giving me this awesome sim rig.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming to talk to us, Dylan Clark. Congratulations on your second win of the season, and good luck to next week at Bristol.
Hopefully, we'll be talking to you guys soon again.
Hopefully. Alrighty. And with that, that is all the driver interviews we have for the night. Congratulations once again to Dylan Clark on picking up his second win of the season. Tonight's race was brought to you by Van Lille Stickers. They sponsored tonight's race on behalf of OSRL Cup Series. Van Lille Stickers is all your planning and budgeting sticker needs covered. Come visit our Etsy shop at Van Lille's Stickers. On through our programming notes. Our next broadcast will be this Thursday, the 16th. The OSRL GT Series heads to Canadian Tire Motorsport for round 10 of its GT Series. Josh Mertz, Justin Robichaux, and Victor Vallee will be joining you in the booth for that one. On Sunday, we have our season finale of NASA Rallycross Lights. That'll be Sunday the 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern at Phoenix. Chad Irvine, James Watson, and Victor Vallee will be in the booth with you guys for that one. The NASA Rallycross Challenge Round 10 will also be at Phoenix on May 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern with Josh Mertz, Justin Robichaux, and Brian Sawyer joining you there. And next week, come back and see us. The OSRL Cup Series is at Bristol on May 21st at 8:25 Eastern. It will be Cody Erdmann, Victor Vallee, and myself. With that, guys, the checker flag falls on the evening. For all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Vallee, Jared Lott, Chad Irvine, Philip Kraus, Justin Robichaux, Cody Erdmann, James Watson, Brian Sawyer, and Josh Mertz, my name is Ethan Halsey. We hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage of the OSRL Cup Series tonight from Atlanta. We congratulate our winner, Dylan Clark, on his second win of the season. And until next time, so long, everyone.